The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of rmconair.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
This is Chantel Nanette. I'm your host. We're One Mic, One Voice.
Yo, what's up? I'm Kevin John. I'm her host. One mice. One mice. 3 brown rice. All right. Yeah, and pass it on.
I want some rice. It's Reezy, and this is Brooke.
Your poet, Brooke Jean. With the Kevin Johns on.
I was about to say, I love those glasses, bro.
I said, when did you get glasses?
You know, it just happened moments ago.
So those aren't reading? Those are just regular glasses?
These are Kevin Johns glasses.
Kevin Johns glasses?
A.K.A. Brooke Jeans
those
tonight.
Those are cute. I like those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like yours too.
Yeah, I like yours.
They're a little dirty, so I had to take them off.
Are they prescription or just see-through?
They are.
Whoa, they prescription.
Those are not prescription.
Whoa.
These are not my prescription.
You guys, we got Reezy
back from New York.
From NY.
Okay, we are right here.
So, Reezy, what'd you bring everyone back from New York?
Just, some East Coast swag. There's a little bit in my clutch for everybody. I will pass that out after the show. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Because I've been looking for East Coast swag, so I appreciate you taking that into consideration.
Everybody needs a little.
Just a little sprinkle. Any crazy situations? I know sometimes you come into some interesting people. In New York?
No, nothing crazy happened. I got to the airport late going to LAX. Mm-hmm. So I got there too late to check in for my flight. So they put me on standby for one that was leaving an hour later. And then it turned out my flight, there was something wrong with a computer chip or something. Mm-hmm. So they grounded it till 9 p.m. that night. So if I had been on time, I wouldn't have got to New York till the following day. Oh. But see what happens when you're late?
So good things come out of it, right?
Yeah, but they were the people were freaking out. They were well, if they fix this computer chip or whatever issue, because these planes pretty much fly themselves at this point.
Right.
This girl was well, I'm not getting on that plane. She was I need a brand new flight, a brand new Boeing. And
yeah, fresh.
I don't know what happened to her. I left. So she might still be at LAX waiting to go to New York. I don't know.
Nice.
So what all did you do in NY?
I ate a lot. I saw some movies.
Cool.
I actually saw just one. The Place Behind the Pines.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
No, it wasn't. Ryan Gosling, Eva Mendes, Bradley Cooper.
Okay.
It wasn't that good.
Behind the Pines. Yeah, I haven't even. Okay.
When did that come out?
I think it came out a couple weeks ago. My boyfriend wanted to see it, white people weird movies.
You said what?
White people like weird movies.
Speaking of your boyfriend, how is he doing?
He is good. He did not want me to come back to LA, and he asked me to move in with him. And I was but I live in LA now.
Hold on, time out. Did he put a ring on it?
He didn't. There are no rings.
Okay.
Okay.
That solidifies it.
Clarification.
There are no rings. He just was I think that you should move back here. And I was why? I'm from here.
I knew that was coming, Marie. I knew that was coming.
Did you know it was coming?
Yeah.
Did you and Sush speak this weekend?
No, because they just hooked up when she moved out here.
Well, we made it official when I left New York.
Yeah,
because, I got issues.
When she left New York, so he knew what he was doing. He was locking her down before she left. So when she get here, then he's sending her back. To visit?
He flew me out one time. One time.
Come on, you went Valentine's?
That was one time. That was the one time.
Okay, and this time.
But my mom paid for this time.
Then he came out here.
Well, yes, he's been here twice.
See, now all you gotta do is read.
Yeah, so
the lines.
you put all those pieces together and said he's gonna ask her to move in with him.
Girl, I'm knowing. Okay?
Well,
that's your first relationship, right? See, I've had relationship.
So because it's my first relationship.
Yeah, you're not knowing yet. You're not
I need to
skilled on
live with
relationships.
him.
You don't have the intuition yet.
Anyway,
You don't
I'm
have
back
the
in LA.
intuition
So
yet. Yeah. I knew that was coming. Aw.
yeah, he was devastated when I left. I was like, bye. We parted ways on the subway, and he was upset about that the next day. Like, I can't believe he said goodbye on the subway. And I was like, would you rather have done it on a bus?
Well, why didn't he wait till you got to your destination?
Well, he was going to hockey practice because he plays hockey.
That's right. He's white. Okay. So.
Let me reiterate, he was
Kevin.
going to hockey practice, and I was going to my mom's house. So he wasn't invited to my mom's house, so he wasn't allowed to come with me. So that happened. Anyway,
He wasn't allowed?
Well, I didn't invite him. I don't need him to meet my mom. Like, that's
Hold up a second. This is your man, and you don't want him to meet your mother? Are you ashamed of him?
My mom does not know that I am dating a white man.
Oh, Lord.
Is there a problem with that? I mean,
No.
Apparently.
well, actually,
but,
it sounds like it's the reverse to me. The same thing when black, white, or woman
can't take- yeah.
they don't take them home yet until they feel comfortable. I mean, it's the reverse. It's the same
Because it's
thing.
two different cultures, so
Two
it's
different
like
cultures,
Exactly.
Yeah, but my mom is like
Here.
super black. My mother is Haitian, like from Haiti, and she's like
Essentially.
black square,
Pro-black.
right.
black cubed, you know.
Like
so
she would be a Panther if it's still.
Should be in there representing.
Tupac's in the house.
my mom is cool with Asada in them. She's not. She's not.
She
cool.
has ties.
She's not cool with Asada in them. She's in Cuba. But anyway, it was cool, and I don't know when I'll be back in New York, and he doesn't know when he'll be back in LA. So that's pretty much it. We FaceTime every day, so I see him.
Skype.
Digital love.
Digital love. There you go.
Right.
Cyber love.
Computer love. There you go.
But yeah, with this interracial dating thing, I came from a background like yours. My mother used to always be strong and say, Kevin, don't you dare bring a white woman home to this house.
Well, my
when I was
mom
dating.
never said that.
And,
But I heard it though. Like I'm hearing it, but she's never said that to me. Like my brother dates every single race. Well, I think he maybe had like one or two black girlfriends, but he dates everybody else.
Yeah.
And he brings them home like whenever he feels like it. And like everybody, like my parents will just be home with like the salty face. And my brother's like, this is Stephanie. And Stephanie's all in the fridge. Stephanie's sitting on the couch with her feet up. Like my brother doesn't care, and they're used to that. But I've never brought anybody home. And for the first person I bring home to be this little bearded Italian man with hockey sticks, like I feel like
He's gonna walk in with his hockey sticks, like
yeah, you know what I mean? Like
Well, to say, I personally really don't think it should matter, especially this day and age when interracial dating is as prevalent as it is. I mean, there's no really such thing as color anymore. There's no such thing as, this is a such and such person. I mean, yeah, they may identify with a specific culture, but y'all need to let interracial dating just be, all right? Let people be happy.
And not even just interracial dating, just period. Let people be period, even outside
True.
of,
Even same-sex dating?
Yeah, not identify. Everyone wants to identify
Yeah. Like,
I'm
culture
this,
with, I'm a black person, I'm a white person, I'm a
Asian,
Latino, just people be people.
I agree with that.
agree.
I agree with that.
100%.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're entitled to happiness,
Well, I just think you should be with whoever makes you happy. If they treat you right and you're happy when you're with them, then you should be with them. That being said, I've seen some really questionable couples when I'm like, how did they get
How did they
together?
mix
Like
together?
mismatch. But I mean, I'm not there when they go home. I don't know how their relationships work, and
Maybe he had a really good credit score.
How do you know he was the plus?
What about her? Can she bring something to the table?
Instead of color and all that kind of stuff, that's where you need to start investigating.
Right.
The
Right.
FICO,
Right.
Financial lines.
Yeah.
Does he have a mental history?
Right.
Him or her?
Seriously,
That's where you
is
need to
he
investigate.
a registered sex offender in certain places? Is his picture going to pop up?
Can you imagine?
Oh,
Like if you were dating somebody, Brooke, and you just Googled him real quick, and
all
his
this stuff popped
all his stuff popped up.
I would be
Just
scared.
LA County-ish. Just
Like,
he's not allowed to live in a school zone type stuff.
Right. I would be traumatized.
Devastated.
Like, it depends how deep I am into that person too.
Really?
Because
So like if you were married to him, you'd be like, all right, well we're married.
no, I'm not saying it will be okay. That's my reaction. Like how deep I am. That's gonna determine if I'm like, oh my gosh, or oh my gosh. So yeah. Either way, it's still crazy.
And there's
it should
always
be honesty.
There's always telltale signs anyway within the first 3 months. I always say that. Within the first 3 months, you can tell if somebody's cuckoo. You can tell if somebody's a stalker. You can tell
Aggressive,
if they're
controlling.
controlling.
Emotional.
Right. You can tell if I break up with this person, or if I say I need a break, is he going to be at my door? Bam, I'm out.
No, I need to get a restraining
I
order
need
on.
to
Right.
restrain it, or you can kind of, there's telltale signs, but a lot of people, and I'm going to say women, a lot of women tend to disregard those telltale signs. Yeah, men do too. You guys do?
You know why though? You know why you disregard them?
Because you're like, oh, well, let me just overlook that.
Exactly.
Let me
You
overlook
start making excuses
The
for it.
real reason why people ignore signs like that is because people like get into relationships and they're like, I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna fix that.
Yeah, some people
about
feel they
them.
can change
I'm
other
gonna,
people.
I'm gonna remix this, and or people get into remix it, or people get into relationships with people that they're not even, like it's not really their type, or they're not really
They're trying to
that
force it.
interest. They're trying to force something there where there's nothing.
Right.
And you see me trying to get my Dr. Love on? Hey.
And that's the thing I said about you. Like you and your man, I would have never thought. Like, and I don't know.
Listen, I would have never thought.
Right? But that just goes to show that, regardless of background, upbringing, or whatnot, some of the strangest opposites can attract to one another.
Yeah, we are opposites.
So let me ask, have you met his parents?
No, but apparently he's.
Well, hold on. He's got mother issues, so he's kind of like estranged. Not really. Like he speaks to his mom, but not like I speak to my mom. He speaks to his dad and his brother all the time, and they know about me. Because I was at his house last week, and his dad was like, "Oh, do you want to go to this baseball game? I don't know when it is." Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Oh, I have to see if Marie and I are gonna have plans because that's my birthday weekend." Mm-hmm. And I was like, "What?" His birthday's in June, and I was like, "But I'm here in May, so I don't think you think I'm coming back next month too." But like his parents know who I am.
They know about, okay.
Right. I mean, his parents probably know more about me than my parents know about him.
Well, what we're going to do, guys, we're going to go ahead and cut to break, and then we're going to come back with the poetry theme for the show. This is One Mic, One Voice, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Roscoe's Media Center.
Thank you, sir.
We're back, you guys. This is One Mic, One Voice. Voice. I'm
Boys,
sorry.
I'm saying mice, you're saying boss. Lord.
Chantel Nanette.
Kevin John, I'm glad to be here, guys. Thank you.
I am so stoked. Right now, stoked.
Brooke Jean.
Are you excited to be here?
I am with my Kevin Jones on talking about Treasy.
Well, just so you guys know, in the next 10 minutes or so, we're going to have poet Roni Girl coming up with us. We'll just stay tuned. She's coming up soon. Now, back to this relationship thing. No, Brooke, you're going to do a poem for
Let
us,
Brooke
right?
go, and then we can.
And then we'll dive back into it.
Relationship.
We'll talk about how Reezy never had a man before after this.
Y'all are just, I don't know why I share things in the studio with you guys.
Reezy's a topic of conversation. Well, the poem I wrote today is entitled Shine. The best is yet to come. Because you've been traveling a distance with persistence, aiming at the bull's eye of your ending line. Your drive cannot subside the ambition. See, it's relentless. Where the demons plot on your demise in the shadows, everything comes to light eventually. They don't even know when it's your time to blow, so be patient and be quiet. Let your actions speak louder than words and summarize what you deserve. Deserving individuals. Yes, all of you, whether this poem sticks to your intestine, testing out your stamina to digest it, whether the atmosphere fills with chemical spills, gassing up your enemy's engine to run over your intentions, whether people cross your path in suspicious tracks, leaving marks of the beast, but silently crafting your deceit. Know that you are worthy than all of what you currently possess, worthy of blessings that stretch across the hemisphere. The greatest story ever told could not even visit here. You will mold into change, and you will change the day. So do not take it personal when people plot your demise or true colors fill their eyes. Shine. Know that your destined and paths have been written with your name across the home plate. Shine. It is just time for you to touch home base.
Woo! Shine.
Shine, y'all.
Shine on.
Shine.
Shine bright like a diamond. I like that song.
I knew somebody was going to say it, and I was not going to be the one.
Shine
So terrible.
How do you shine in a relationship, Breezy?
I smile. Or I let the light bounce off my glasses. That's how I
Just
shine
twinkles.
in relationships.
No, Reezy's always shining. She is.
True.
She shines bright. I just being next to her, I'm shining now.
Aww.
Right. I had some actual two things that I wanted to bring up that I saw in the media. Did you guys know who's the recent signee to Young Money?
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Paris Hilton. Yeah.
Paris Hilton.
Got signed to Young Money.
Yeah.
Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton, yes, for a house album that she's supposed to release. A house album that she's supposed to release.
Well, I think before we, I guess tear that apart, let's look at Young Money. They built an empire, and obviously, to me, this is a business decision.
It's
Right.
very,
Birdman is a
definitely
very smart guy. All right?
Moves.
I don't know
He
if smart
makes
is the
moves.
word that I would use.
Well, he's smart when it comes to music and making music deals and selling
Right.
over platinum albums.
That's like Kanye
How many
dating
plaques does he
Kim
have on his wall?
Kardashian.
I don't know.
It's
You
a
know what?
business deal.
Bottom line, business is business.
There you go.
He's going to
Decision.
go in and
Because the
and-
attention that's going to bring.
Well,
it.
Paris
Yeah.
Hilton released a
album.
single or an album before.
And I actually like one of the singles.
I got
Stars Are Blind.
That's on my iPod.
Yup.
That's on my
Holla.
iPod.
Holla.
So if the
I got it on mine too.
If that's going to be, the
What
type of
it
music that
is.
she's producing, then I don't
have
know.
to listen to that.
I'll illegally download it. That's cool.
And that's going to make her relevant again
Right.
in the
And-
media.
Right.
So you had another story.
The other thing, did you guys see Kanye's whole documentary all over the world that blasted off last Friday? He did. He released a new song called "New Slaves," and he projected overhead
From his new
on
album called
66
Yeezus.
Yeah, on Yeezus. He projected a video on 66 buildings in 6 different countries.
66 buildings in 6 different countries.
I'm sorry. So 66.
Yeah.
So an average of
And his-
11.
And the name of his album is Yeezus.
Yeezus.
Oh my gosh.
So
The song is called New Slaves, and the next song he has is titled Black Skinhead that he's supposed to release.
Wow.
But the song New Slaves, like, I really like what it's
Sonny says
speaking
it
on.
bumps.
yeah, Sonny endorses
I really
it.
like it.
And
It's-
Sonny knows music.
And some people, I was reading comments, some people were saying, like, oh, what is he talking about? Because he is talking about being the modern day slaves, how we speak in the community, how people, for some women, they want the Louboutins, they'll save up a month worth of rent to buy these shoes,
But can't pay their rent.
can't
and
pay
have an
bills and all this
eviction
other
notice.
stuff. And he's saying these are we're the modern day slaves now because this is what you're going for and all this. So interesting to see where he's coming from.
I just
Wow.
don't get the album title and
Jesus.
the building. The building.
Jesus?
It's like he's
projections.
given the personification of a god.
Right.
Like, oh, you
and
know.
I'm a Kanye fan. I like Kanye West. But recently, since the Kardashian debacle, I haven't really been listening to him. I really haven't been, like, I don't know. I want to say kind of ever since, like, his mother passed away. Like,
Right.
everything
That's when
about him
everything kinda
kind of
went.
shifted a little bit. Kind of went a little bit left. But...
Well, you know, my thing with Kanye is, for one, first of all, one thing you can't dismiss is his talent. And, you know, I think he's one of the most artistically gifted people, lyrically, on the production side, and everything. So I'm always excited for a new Kanye record. But
Right.
it seems as of recently, he's been really trying to push the envelope, you know?
Yeah, that's
And
Kanye.
I don't know if it's like, if he's doing that for... just to bring attention to it, kind of like a stunt of whatnot.
Right.
But if you go back to where he excelled from his first album, The College Dropouts, or his second album, Graduation, or third album, Graduation, you know, on those albums, it wasn't about, you know, portraying a god. He actually made a song called Jesus Walks. That was really good. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I think he's just really aiming for Mars now. And
I think with fame comes, or with a certain type of fame comes a certain type of arrogance.
Yeah.
And nobody can say that Kanye West is not arrogant. Like, nobody
Yes,
can
he's
say that
arrogant, right.
Kanye West is not an arrogant person. So I think in his mind, maybe he thinks I don't know, maybe he just thinks that he's at this point where, yes, it'll get people talking, and yes, you know, it'll help sell records, but it's also something that he kind of like, I'm the hottest person out right now, and I feel like
Right.
Jesus
But I
is
always
the
go back
adequate
to-
title for my album.
what I always go back to is, don't count on tabloids to sell records. Let your music sell records. And we live in a day and age where, you know, tabloids, TMZs, all kinds of publicity and stuff is used to generate attention and you know, I guess a liking to whatever it is that you're doing. And Kanye, just go back to what you're doing good. And I'm not saying this is a publicity stunt. I don't know. I haven't heard Jesus. I haven't heard any of it. But it's just like, you know, I know he's dating someone who's like an attention whore.
Oh, yes.
Or
Right.
is the
I mean,
media.
he
He
likes
just
attention as
thrives
well.
on that.
Yeah, to just thrive. So I don't know if some of that's rubbing off on him. And she's like, you know, Kanye.
Do this.
I don't think
If
that
you, yeah.
she's that like cunning or that like manipulative. I think that she does what people tell her to do.
Like she's the puppet.
I think she is a puppet. She's a puppet. He's a puppet. I don't know. Whatever. But I just think that just everything about Kim Kardashian and this like pregnancy that she's going through, like she refuses to like wear anything that is like remotely maternity like
Exactly.
appropriate.
She's
And
like, no, I'm wearing the
She's
dress.
wearing stilettos and like her feet are swollen and she looks uncomfortable, but she's like, I'm gonna be photographed, so I want to look
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm wearing couture and stuff, and my baby can't breathe, but I look
Great.
or not. I look great because I don't even know if I would say that. But she's like, but you know, this is a $9,000.
Yeah. I saw a
skirt.
picture where she had a shoe on and she took one off and her feet, you know, the swollen pregnancy feet. She was in like some Giuseppe's. And they're
Oh, I
so
saw
tight.
that. Yeah, it looked like there was like double
It just-
chin hanging
yeah,
over the
It just
thing.
looked like her feet were just struggling. And I'm like, you know, it's not
Her
that
foot
serious
was
for you.
so swollen.
It was very
in
swollen.
these shoes that it like
You know, these are like 6-inch heels.
it looked like somebody like dropped a can of biscuits. Like she just like that's what her foot looked like. It just-
So in other words, Kim, what we're saying is embrace your pregnancy, wear the clothes that fit. There's maternity stores. I'm sure you
Still
probably
beautiful.
get. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
They'll give you endorsements. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
you guys.
Chantel.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and cut to break, and we're going to come back with poet Roni Girl, One Mic, One Voice, 7 o'clock every Wednesday, Roscoe's Media Center.
Yeah.
Hello, 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 you guys. This is One Mic, One Voice. Chantel Nanette, we're back.
What's up? This is Kevin John, and we are back.
Repeat.
Hey, it's Reezy, and we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
It's your poet, Brooke Jean. Cheese.
Cheese. Well, we have poet Roni Girl back in the house with us. Hi, Roni.
Hey, y'all. What's
Welcome back.
happening? It's
Welcome
Poet
back,
Roni
lady.
Girl, and I'm in the house with one mic, one voice. Woo! Many voices.
Yes, many voices.
There you go.
And she said it correctly.
4 mics and 4 voices.
Right. So how have you been since the last time we saw you here?
I have been good, doing my poetry thing, traveling, doing poetry in LA, acoustically speaking, that is.
Yes.
So
Room
doing
5.
good.
I really like that venue
Yeah,
as
you
well.
Do it. You do it. We want you back. We want you
Thank
back.
you. Yeah, I loved it. I love the whole
it is a nice
atmosphere.
venue.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is. Great pizza.
Oh, the pizza was bomb.
Right.
It was bomb.
I didn't know they had pizza.
I want some pizza.
We tried to get you to come that day. You didn't come.
I didn't know there was going to be pizza.
You come June 5th. There'll be pizza.
What day? What is this?
June 5th, pizza. Room 5.
Room 5.
Room 5.
Apparently it's going to be
Pizza.
some
You do- you
banging
just-
pizza.
Wherever room 5 is at.
You do something
Down
once
the
a
street on
month.
La Brea, 143.
Once a month, right, Roni?
Yeah, the first Wednesday of every month,
It's like right off
acoustically
the alley.
speaking. Brooke
Yeah.
blew up the stage.
Thank you. Yeah. I
What's the
really
name of
loved
this
it.
place? This that we're keeping such a secret here? Room 5. Room 5.
Room 5 Lounge.
Oh, it's called Room 5 Lounge.
Yeah,
That's the name of
he's
it.
like room. Okay, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were giving me a room number. I was like, what kind of party is this? Pizza? Is that code for something?
It's a multi-restaurant. Upstairs is room 5.
Oh,
Room
That is
5.
funny.
I heard Kanye West is going to be there on June 5th.
Right.
right? You know.
Oh,
Kim's
Jesus.
got to climb all them stairs in her shoes.
Actually, he would have been there June 6th, and it would have been on the 66th floor. So, anyways,
So, Poet Roni Girl,
Yes, ma'am.
you've been sitting here for longer than I have. What do you have? Do you have anything that you wanted to add to our relationship conversation or our Kanye West conversation?
Well,
or Paris Hilton conversation.
I
YMCMB.
plead the fifth, basically, because I'm just not into all this overexposure type of things that people are into, but God bless them.
Right.
God bless them.
That is like the best political answer you
Yeah.
can possibly give. That was
Yes. She gets
great.
snaps for
right?
that.
Yeah, that,
I get props.
you get props for that. She's like,
I'll see you after the show, though.
then we'll dig in on it.
Okay.
So, interracial dating. Have you ever dated outside of your race?
Would you partake?
Yeah. To me, a man is a man is a man is a man. So
Is
you
a
know,
man.
is a man. But I feel that as long as someone finds love, that's the most important thing, especially nowadays, because there's too much going on. The world is going crazy. We got tornadoes, and I'm not going to say the thing that we get in LA because I hope we don't get it. But life is just too hard. If you can find love, hold on to it, and don't let other folks try to influence you. Pretty much.
I agree with that.
I agree.
So in other words, she's saying, ladies, stop listening to your friends when they talking about the man.
Right.
I think that men listen to their homeboys. Men listen to their homeboys just as often as women. You guys don't listen to your boys? You guys don't listen to your homeboys?
I 100%, I'm going to have to disagree, especially being the only man here. Men are not influenced by their homeboys on what they do with the women they're dating. No.
Because they're trying to show off. And
no, not to the level of women. Women will go through and ask, they will go through a survey with their friends about the guy that they're dating and have to check off whatever they say.
I don't ask. I don't go to my friends.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Women are catty.
No.
Period.
Don't
Women
ask,
are
don't tell.
If you want somebody's opinion, you'll give it to them.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm going to put that on a shirt.
I agree. I
Thank you,
agree.
Ronnie.
Did you say
Poor Roni Girl.
If you want someone's opinion, you'll give it to them.
You'll give it to them. Pretty much.
If he feels that.
But are we always giving our opinion straight to the person that wants it?
It depends on who we're talking to.
Right. Yeah.
Everything's up
I don't know.
for-
I think that just our society now, more than ever, people really care about what other people think about what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, to a level that, like, I don't think it's ever been at before. Like, people want, like, they want to be
I
validated.
want to please.
The validation.
Instagram. Everyone puts on Instagram.
Instagram.
Facebook, Twitter.
Everything's
They live
instant
their life
gratification.
out loud. It's like, oh, I'm here. I'm at Roscoe Media Center outside, and I'm getting ready to peel back this orange. Click.
Peel back this orange.
I mean, literally, if you go on I know I'm on Instagram, but I like promote my product.
Exactly.
It's not- I'm not like
Thank
going,
you.
oh my God, I just ran and caught the 212 bus and I almost missed it. Click.
I've never done that. But I was like, that's something I might do.
I mean, I get Insta swaggy, but for a reason.
Insta
Brand
swaggy.
I like that.
Swaggy.
It's the swaggy. I agree, because right now we're in the times where people are like, I'm going to sleep and I felt sad about today because I'm
done.
Like,
And the worst is, if you're performing somewhere, you're somewhere, people take pictures of you, and before you can even get a chance to say, send me the picture, they have it up on Facebook, and you're like, oh,
Tag you in it, and it's an
dang.
unflattering picture.
Yeah, but you can untag. Mark Zuckerberg lets us do that.
privacy.
And that 2 days pass, and you don't go on, and you're like, people are like, ooh, did you see the photo? And you're like,
Yeah, but that's your face. Like, that's what you look like. Like, if people know you in real life, they know. They're like, oh, she must have been talking with gum in her mouth or something.
Really, it's all subjective. I mean, it really depends. Like with social media, my take on social media is this. Yes, some of the people that are overzealously on there putting everything, hey, I just went to the bathroom. Hey, I just washed my hands. Hey, stuff like that is redundant. And me personally, I don't like that. But then again, you have to look at it from their perspective. And everyone on your social media page is your page. You can do whatever you want with it.
Right.
It's not for me to judge
Delete
somebody else.
Like Tamar say, get your life. Get your life. They need to get
I think
a
you
life.
are. Oh, okay.
They need to get a life.
Yeah. Chantel was saying it.
I was like, get your life.
Right, I didn't get it.
But some
But
people
yeah,
live their
but yeah.
lives.
They
Some
need to
some
get a
people
life.
live their daily life.
True.
Based on likes.
right.
Exactly.
Based on the
Oh
internet.
my God, I got 6 likes.
Well,
Right.
they need that. To me, that's low.
You need to look at
self-esteem.
They need attention.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's attention. You're grabbing for attention. You want attention, and if you're basing your life off of likes, woo.
Yeah.
I know.
people
Whoa.
have highs and lows on how people interact with them.
Exactly.
On social media, and how many people reshare and repost.
Yeah, but those same people also don't know how to interact with people in real life. Like, those are
Exactly.
people who are struggling to have, like, face-to-face conversations.
Those are the ones behind the keyboard talking crap.
Exactly.
Right.
Talk to you in your face.
And those people are obvious, the ones that live their whole life on Facebook. Because really, you can be whoever you want behind that
Exactly.
keyboard.
Right,
you
right.
can
Exactly.
portray any facade that you want.
Right.
And to me, sometimes I don't know. It's
Catfish.
Catfish.
manti
I
tail.
still
Holla.
have not watched an episode of Catfish.
I haven't either. But once that Teo case came out, I heard of
Yeah.
it. But yeah, I think that because social media is pedestalized now and people, there's so much value.
Pedestalized? That's a real thing. It's in the Webster.
It's on UrbanDictionary.com. All right, that's the one I use, not Webster's.
Pedestalized,
But see, I forgot what I was going to say now.
because social media is pedestalized.
Because social media is so pedestalized now. I'm gonna hashtag that. And there's so much value that goes into it that the younger generation, they look at that as a source of validation or to get their credibility or whatnot.
But you're right. Like I was on the bus the other day, like I be doing, and this girl was on her Instagram page, and her friend was like, "How do you have 1,000 followers on Instagram?" And her friend was like, "I don't know, somebody retweeted something that I did." And her friend was like, "How do I get some of those followers? Like, you don't even know who those people are.
Right.
But you just want that number to be on your profile or whatever."
People are so proud. Oh, I have over 5,000 people, so I can't get any more requests on Facebook. Oh, look at me.
Like, what is that?
FB Swagalicious because I can't get any more friends.
She off the chain. Yeah.
But I'm like,
Yeah, but how many of those people do you think they know in real life?
Right,
like,
exactly.
you don't even, like, I don't think I know 5,000 people. Like,
And life just go out like that.
Well, to come to the defense, and I'm sure some people on this panel probably can agree, is one of my hosting instructors told me, this business now as an artist is all about your following.
Okay.
And she was like, Kevin, you have to get your Twitter followers up. You have to get your Instagram up. You have to get your MySpace. You have to get your following up because buyers, networks.
MySpace is back.
MySpace is back.
It is.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake brought it back.
It's coming back. It's more music involved.
sexy.
He's bringing
I do
MySpace
tell
back.
people to go there to listen to my music. I'm not gonna lie, because reverb.
Exactly.
It's too many codes. I'm like coded out.
Right.
Because like now I start forgetting the codes and it's just
Too many
much.
passwords.
There is, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it stresses me out.
But anyways, but back to what I was saying. Yeah, I mean, for example, BET. I guess I can say this because it's already out there, but they're doing a lot of programming looking for new hosts. One of my friends sent me a breakdown, and one of the first things on there was how many Twitter followers do you have? How many Instagram followers do you have? All of this, and to my understanding, the way it's evolving, at least entertainment industry is they want you to have these followers. They want you to bring.
Hire people now.
did
They're
you apply?
ghost followers.
Was that-
Did you apply for that?
I did apply.
Go pay for them then, just like everybody else do. Go pay for them.
Yeah,
There's
they're
ghost
Go pay for
followers.
them.
You can
Right.
have people
Yeah. Ghost followers.
that are
That's true.
Ghost
and will do it for
I
you.
heard that you can do that, but I also heard that they can check to see if those are legitimate followers.
It is a
or not.
website. When you put
There
it in,
is
it
a
tells
way.
you how
Yeah.
many people are
And
real
there's
followers.
people,
Exactly.
Individuals you can hire to be your ghost
Yeah, but
followers.
everybody. I was reading an article on Yahoo. Yahoo. I got
Yahoo. The chocolate
I got Yahoo
milk.
in the fridge. That's what I said. I was reading an article on Yahoo, and it was breaking down like the 10 most followed people on Twitter, and it was doing the percentage of ghost followers that they had.
Right.
And everybody has them. Like Kim
Yes.
Kardashian has them. Barack Obama has them. Justin
Everyone
Bieber
has
got them.
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher. Like everybody has them. So you're looking at Justin Bieber's profile, and he has like 36 million Twitter followers. But
he didn't do that. Hello.
well, he didn't do it. But I mean, he does have a lot of those
He has
crazy.
a team.
It's
He has
a
a
team.
full team.
You have a social media
Yeah,
team
a social
that-
media team.
He's got the Beliebers, the Bieber fevers.
But trust, even if you subtract the ghost followers from
Still a
Bieber,
lot.
he'll still have well over
He'll
15 million.
still have more than everybody else.
Exactly. Exactly. So, anyways, what I was going back to say is like, as much as I don't try to use that for justification or validation, the unfortunate thing is what she was telling me is that's some of the first things that buyers will do now. They'll go, okay, let me look at his Twitter, because they'll use that to validate. Okay, he's legitimate.
Right.
He has he's serious. He has YouTube followers. So, as entertainment, I think we have the excuse of saying we need to.
your particular
Exactly.
name, it is important because that's what they look at now.
'Cause they
That's
like,
the
do
new
people
thing.
know
It's
you?
Like this shows your popularity.
Exactly.
Right. They want to
Exactly.
see how many fans you have. They want to see what your outreach is. They want to
Exactly.
see if they tell you to do something or make something public that you can share it and people will know.
Right.
People will know and share it and things of that sort. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not really big on that, but I had to if you want to be in
Start
this
making
career,
yourself more available on there.
So now I find myself just taking pictures of stupid stuff on him. I took a picture of McDonald's fries and just put it up because no, seriously, it's like, oh, you got to do this and do that. I mean, obviously that was a random example, but you know, I'm constantly updating when I'm doing something, a show, taking pictures and things of that sort, and because that's what you got to do now. That's the way the
Yeah, but you're that's the industry, and this is what you're trying to do. But I'm talking about like regular people in like third grade or whatever grade these kids be in.
Yeah,
and they're like, I have 6,000 photos on Twitter.
Exactly.
And you're like,
You know what's funny when you're in line and you see these little babies at Starbucks with their moms, and the little babies are going like this, and it's like, can you imagine they're gonna have carpal tunnel syndrome, whatever, by the age of 5? I mean, I'm literally today I saw this kid and he's just like, I'm like, oh my god, it's like robots. There's a term for them that they have for the babies that are doing this. I forgot the term that they have.
iBabies.
Huh?
iBabies.
iBabies.
iWorld.
Right. Android babies.
Right.
I saw this woman. She had an iPhone. She turned it. She like closed it, and her infant baby was like swipe. And then she turned it off again, and her baby was like, swipe. Baby couldn't speak. Baby, like, just swipe.
They know how to work the technology.
It's crazy.
And Poet Roni Girl, with this generation of fast-paced technology and Instagram and Facebook, how do you integrate that with your art and with you promoting everything that you do?
Well,
does it help you benefit?
I have to use, like he was saying, you have to use it. I book all the artists for my shows through Facebook, Instagram, and I use it because you have to. And it branding my product, Poet Roni Girl, acoustically speaking, selling my whatever I'm selling, from Happy Nappy Wear to Poet Roni Girl gear. I have to do it. If you can't beat them, you got to join them.
Exactly.
This is the life we live in. Even with your show, One Mic, One Voice, it is marketed through
social media.
You
Absolutely.
can go to Facebook to find out when your next show is, your next artist. So you know what? That's how we have to do it.
Yeah, I use it for the same reasons as well. Like,
right, because you're an artist and you're a performer, so you have to.
Exactly.
And that's one thing that I do like about the social media, that you do get to see people.
It's a double-edged sword, so you have to use it.
There you go.
That's how you use it.
Very good way. Very good.
You know,
because it's opportunity, and then it can bring you down at the same time.
Extra for that, exactly.
I try not to do it on Sundays. I try to make Sundays my LA Times, New York Times, Wall Street Journal day.
Okay.
But when I bring my phone, like I kind of, about the third hour, I get a little bit nervous.
Right.
What I'll do is I'll slick and say, okay, I'll just do Instagram because that's not really social media. That's just photos.
Exactly.
It's like a Martha Stewart scrapbook on my phone. So I'll sneak Instagram, and then someone will say, oh, I Facebooked you. And I'm like, okay, let me just look real quick at my profile.
And then you go on there,
and then
you see.
Then I want to see how many people just started following me on Twitter. And I'm like, okay, Pinterest, okay, Etsy.
Oh my God!
And then I have to start cutting it off.
Right.
So how many hours can you last without touching any of that stuff? Like, what's the longest you've ever gone without?
On Sunday, I can last up to 3 hours.
She said 3 hours.
That's realistic.
On Sunday. What about on Tuesday?
Never. I can't because I'm like, it's like, no.
Right.
I mean, I'll like jump off the bus if I see a Starbucks. I have. Like I was on Crescent Heights and I think Sunset, and I jumped off the 218 bus. I'm like, oh my God, I got to check my Facebook. Let me run upstairs real quick. Sign in, boom, 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 then run back down to Fairfax because I was like, oh my God.
Oh wow!
So
it sounds like you might need an intervention.
Roni, do you have a couple of pieces that you're going to do?
Yeah,
for
I'll
us
do
today?
some little Poet Roni Girl stuff, little Sister Poet blues. Recycled words are like butter to my soul. God bless my pen. Now I'm spinning broken English into poetic gold. Cause you see, Sister Poet, traveling solo, speaks woman blues in a jazz-like rhythm. She delivers hip-hop messages with an old-school flow while sitting on the bus stop on Crenshaw Boulevard or La Brea Avenue. Her second language be good and bad English made up of homemade lyrics served with grits and gravy, y'all. See, poetic songbird sings mama's song, knows Aretha's pain, and cries blue note tears of being a natural woman. And she knows when times get hard, she can count on Curtis Mayfield and the Impressions to get on board, y'all, because the train is coming. The train is coming and it's gon' be all right. Born Mississippi girl, she dreams of invisible colors and finger paints her words into a soulful but poetic collage. See, she the one that speaks in 3 voices and sings one gospel song she calls life. And she double dares you to deal with the dilemma that double dutches her onto dirt roads that never end. She carries suitcases full of pain, chants Afro-Indian folklore, and the rain swims rivers backwards. And when she can't take it anymore, she simply climbs mountains in her bare feet. See, her soul is heavy. And sometimes she dances childlike as she cries ancient tears into oceans filled with spirits who know her struggle. I mean, yeah, she moves through life mostly off key, and when no one is home, she sees God in the shadows of hope. Because you see, Sister Poet, traveling solo, speaks in 3 voices as she finally comes full circle to sing one gospel song she calls life. Sister Poet Blues. Thank y'all.
All right.
Nice.
Nice.
Sister Poet Blues.
Sister Poet Blues.
Good, Ronnie.
Get a
was dope.
freestyle. The poet.
Thank you.
So Sister Poet Blues is you.
Yes.
There was no question. It was you.
It is my life. It is me traveling. I am like on city transportation and just life. It tells the story of my life. Anybody could put themselves into that story because we all go through highs and lows and struggles.
Right.
But it's just, being an artist, living an artist's life, and trying to get out there and do what I need to do and put my words out there.
Last time you were here, you told us that you don't drive. What was the reasoning behind that again?
I don't know. Well, it originally started out when I was in college. It was a small town, Pullman, Washington. I thought, okay, that's a small little, Norman Rockwell type of town. My brother's here. I don't need to drive. And then I really never liked being in cars. Then I, grew into when I moved to California. It's just too much traffic. And each year I was going to, by my birthday, I was going to get my license. And then year after year after year. And I'm only 25 now. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm definitely going to get it before I go to heaven. I'm going to get my license before I get to heaven. So,
Do you know how to drive though, Ronnie?
Well, the last time I drove was in Pullman, Washington, when Chase was Washington Mutual Bank, and I needed to cash a check.
Right.
And I borrowed this girl's station wagon. I drove to the bank, and I was too afraid to park it. I just pulled it and parked. Jumped in, ran in the bank, and pulled the car right in front of the bank, and the security guard was screaming at me, and that was somewhere a few years back.
Oh, wow.
So, no, I'm not really a good driver at all.
You sound so New York. You should just move.
I know. And all my friends are New York saying I should move to New York. My friend Lisa Gamora, she's like, you should move to New York, girl. You'll be,
You would love it.
Well, I would say no one drives in New York.
I know.
You can get places quicker out there.
Right?
Or you can
At
take
least they have a good public transportation system.
And then there's a cab. There's like a cab for one cab for every 2 people.
LA is like pack a lunch. Literally in my bag.
a journey.
In my bag, I have everything from a change of clothes, food,
Wow.
flashlight, everything you need because anything could happen. You could literally be there forever.
Yeah.
First aid kit, yeah.
Right, exactly. Change of weather clothing because I don't know what season.
Right.
It's different season clothing because it could be
Different season, yeah. LA, it's like 50 in the morning and 95 during the day.
And then it's like 30 at night. I'm like, why is it so cold?
Yeah.
The temperature is crazy.
Does that happen in the summertime too? Like it's warm during the day and then at night it'll still
drop.
be.
But it's still like a warm night.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not like freezing.
It won't be
You
freezing.
can still be out
have
at
a
the
t-shirt.
beach and
Yeah.
I can still have a t-shirt on. Promise.
You can still have
Promise.
a t-shirt at night.
Okay, I'm like.
Ronnie Girl, what is doing poetry? Because you've been doing poetry for a while.
Right.
What would you say is like the biggest joy that you get out of doing your poetry?
For me, the biggest joy is when I can do a poem and someone can relate to it. Like I have this poem called Family Reunion Time, and I talk about all this food. And I did it at this church a couple weeks ago, and it was just so funny watching the people just sit there and their faces light up, and they're like, they're thinking about their collard green dreams, and they're just thinking about the food. And
Right.
so just watching people's reaction that can say, oh my God, I can relate to that. Especially just, them thinking about, oh, I remember, this. I remember Mama, or I remember my cousins, or I remember just life. I actually performed years ago at this day center for homeless women, and there was one lady had lived on the street for years, and I performed this poem, and then about 3 months later I performed it for the same organization at another facility, and she was dead asleep. And I was halfway into the poem, and she woke up and she shouted out the line. She had never met me before, and then she went back to sleep, and they said that's the first time we've ever seen her react. And she had never met me. She just remembered that line. It was almost like she was hypnotized by the line. So
That's powerful.
yeah, and it was like I'd never seen this woman except when I went to perform.
That's nice. And that's one thing I like, when you can touch people in ways where they don't even know that they're being touched like that. You know, she was
Exactly.
sleeping and still felt the power from your words.
Exactly.
Very nice.
That is awesomely kind of scary too, though. Like, I think like if I was ever on stage performing a joke and somebody like shouted it out before I got to say it, I'd be like, "Sir, you need to leave.
Like, you just ruined the punchline. All right.
You need, sir, goodbye."
Sir.
Well, that shows that they're into what you're doing, though,
Right.
as well. You know, they're giving you that love.
Whether it's consciously or unconsciously.
Exactly.
Or that shows that I need to write some new jokes. That might also be it.
In the comedian field, it's a bit different, right? It's a bit different.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So I remember you gave this very intriguing story on how you did your first gig, I believe it was. You got booked at a college or something like that.
Right. Well, that was my first college gig.
Your first college gig,
Right.
and it was something that came about.
It's actually from 1111 South La Brea was my first venue, and there was a girl that used to go there, and she was going to Occidental College. And she asked me to perform. She said, "Well, do you do colleges?" I'm like, I didn't know what she was talking about. And then she said,
We got a check for you.
$200 and something. I said, "To read my poetry?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay." So I brought all my journals, and I'm sitting there reading. And they gave me that check. I called my mom and said, "Mom, yo, this is the hit." I said, "These people sat there. They paid me. They wanted to know if I had a book. I had to have a CD. And they were giving me money saying, "Well, bring the CD back." And then I just got the phone book because, we didn't have all these, like, Google and stuff.
Gadgets, yeah.
I literally got the phone book, got the number for USC, all these colleges, and then created Ronnie's Backstreet Poetry Tour.
Wow.
But
Look at
literally,
that.
I mean, I'm like, when I saw the check, I'm like, everything was $275. All I did was sit there for 45 minutes on the stage, read a couple memorized, and the rest from my book, and they're just sitting there. I'm like, this is how you make some money.
$270. I might need to start writing some poems.
Okay.
Right? You write jokes.
It's just Snapple.
And I wrote poetry.
Exactly.
Got paid to write poetry for Brandy for the Moesha show.
Right, I remember
What
you
was
did
that?
For Moesha.
Oh,
when-
Moesha.
Oh,
I
Mo
didn't
to
know
the.
this. So you used to write poetry for Brandy's character on
Because
there?
Sarah Finney, who's a friend of mine, because I used to sell my Happy Nappy T-shirts and stuff in the office, and one day she came in, she says, "Ronnie, I didn't know you were a poet." I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, Brandy's character is a poet. Can we buy some of your poetry?" I'm like, "Of course you could buy some of my poetry." So they had me come in, and I presented some of the pieces, and then actually they had me meet with Brandy the first time they bought one of my pieces, and she's like, "Well, how do you be a poet?" I'm like, "Well, you're Brandy." I said, and so I just kind of did it like me, and then they liked it, and she did the piece called I forgot the name of the piece. And then they had me write another piece for Genevieve Dubois when she did the Harlem Renaissance character. And so they bought my poetry. So I'm like, "Mom, these people bought my poetry for TV. What's up with this?"
That is awesome.
Yeah, right?
I know, and I had no clue because I'm like, "You're going to pay me I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Right?
Like, sure.
Sure, I'll do it.
It's my book, Sarah. Pick the one you want. Give me that check.
Right.
I was like, it's called Invisible Woman. If you ever see a rerun of Brandy reading a poem, Invisible Woman, on the stage, that's my poem. And it was so funny because I didn't tell anyone. My friends were like, "Girl, I was watching Moesha, and she was doing this poem. It sounded like poet Roni Girl poem." I'm like, "Fool, that was my poem. I got paid."
That's nice.
They're like, "Well, we were like wondering. We were like thinking they came to the juke joint or at the Yaya T-bar and saw your stuff and ripped it off." I'm like,
Wow.
They paid me.
They came legit. Now, did they at least put your name in the credits?
No, they did not. See, that was back in the day before I knew all this, branding stuff. I would have been like, "Look, I want my name right to
Right?
Brandy Ronnie."
Poetry guy, right.
But I
And I
had to
want
pay
my
my
face-
I had to pay my rent, so I'm like, "Okay, cool. Just I'll take the check."
Right? Whatever y'all want to do. Just
Right.
cut the check.
No residuals, no fine. Just I need my rent's due tomorrow.
Right?
Oh, wow. That is awesome.
That is awesome.
Well, we're going to go ahead and toss the break. We're going to come back with an amazing acoustic guitarist, and actually Ronnie's going to do another piece for us as well too. This is One Mic, One Voice every Wednesday. Be back.
Hey girl, how you doing?
Hello, 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 you guys. This is Chantel Nanette, one mic, one voice.
Hello, hello, hello. This is Kevin John, one mic, one voice.
And Reese's here. Hey, one mic, one voice.
It's your poet, BrookeJean.com.
Brooke Jeans and
OnMicroVoice.com.
And we
BrookeJean.net.
have poor Roni Girl over there. It's going to do another piece for us, right?
Okay. So I guess since this is like family, I'll do family reunion time, and especially it's summer, so everybody's getting ready. Anybody going to their family reunion?
I've never been to.
I've never been to one
Never been to
either.
one.
Okay, I'm getting ready to take y'all to Shreveport.
Right.
Holla.
We going to one? Yes, I'm ready to go.
Family reunion time. Family reunion time is a special time where all the kinfolks from far and near simply gather to celebrate another year of family life. Where all the kinfolks from far and near gather to add new branches of hope and spiritual foundation to that family tree and stuff. Now, can you feel my flow? Because you see, family reunion time is a special time to eat large helpings of sweet potato pie, black-eyed peas, lima beans, mustard greens, country fried chicken, and deep-fried catfish with Louisiana hot sauce, homemade cornbread from scratch, of course, with plenty of rice and gravy. Brooke, pass the yams, please, and all the peach cobbler and banana pudding pie your stomach can desire now. Now, can you feel my flow?
Yeah.
Because you see, family reunion time is a special time where all the kinfolks from far and near gather together that next day on Sunday in God's house as one, as many tears are shed that final day, as we must say our last goodbyes to all the kinfolks, knowing in our hearts that we may never ever again see the loved ones that God may choose to make that final journey home to the promised land. Now, can my congregation please say amen?
Amen.
Still, we find comfort and peace knowing in our hearts that a special time was had by all the kinfolks who came from far and near that first Saturday in August, of course, to attend that traditional Southern Fried family reunion. Now, can my kinfolks in my congregation at one mic, one voice, please say what, y'all? Amen. And that's what I'm talking about, family reunion. Poet Roni Girl, y'all.
All right, Roni.
Amen.
I don't want to go to
girl.
reunion just so that I can eat all of that stuff.
Right.
Right?
When's the next one?
Right.
When's the next reunion?
Can I just crash it? Reunion crashers?
Remember when the boys are
Poetic justice.
Poetic justice.
Yeah. They're like, oh, we family.
Cousin Pete.
Yeah.
Pete. Folks, Joe Torre or Guy Torre. Cousin Pete.
Cousin Pete, yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
cousin.
hilarious.
We get matching shirts. I want
Right.
to go to the reunion.
And then
Electric slide it down. Who said, oh, no?
Well, Roni, let the listeners and viewers know where they can reach you at.
Well, you can reach me Facebook, Poet Roni Girl, PoetRonigirl. I'm at the Room 5 the first Wednesday of every month, June 5th, and I'm blessed to do Vibrations May 30th, and blessed to be here for the second time. But like I say, you can catch us at the Room 5 the first Wednesday of every month, and you can catch me on the 218, the 212, probably almost every other day. And you can just catch me in the wind, flowing backstreet poetry, acoustically speaking, that is. I'm Poet Roni Girl. Thank you guys for having me back again. One mic, one voice, family reunion time.
yes.
Hey,
Thank you
thanks for
coming
coming back.
Thank you.
Love having you. And we have over there Shakti.
What's up, Shakti?
Hi, Shakti.
Hi. Hello,
How are
hello.
you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, thank you.
She's an amazing acoustic guitarist.
Oh, wow.
And actually, she's performed at Room 5. That's actually where I met her, thanks to Poet Roni Girl.
Right.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. And I'll be performing at the next show. I think it's June 5th.
Nice.
And I invite people to come because it's going to be a good one.
We hear that the pizza's really good.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
We hear that the pizza's really good. Can you yes or no? Do you think it is? She's like, yeah.
Shakti, I would be there for you regardless. But that
Darling.
pizza definitely won't hurt.
I appreciate it, sweetheart.
Now, Shakti, could you give us like just a little background about your music and what brought you to the acoustic world?
Yeah, I'm going to do my best. You know, I'm so much better when it's singing than I am at talking, but I'll do my
that's fine.
absolute best.
You could sing out the answer. Every answer. Yeah. Just sing it out.
I like.
So for me, when I'm writing a song, it's a lot about a journey that I've had as a person. I'm sure, like everybody, I've had a lot of challenges in my life and tried to deal with them in kind of a heart-centered way. And sometimes I felt like there were things that could almost break me or destroy me. Like my father died recently, and I've always been trying to reach into my heart through music and other ways to move through these things in a way that's going to keep my spirit whole.
Yeah.
Very lovely.
Yeah.
And where do you come from? Are you from Los Angeles?
I'm from an array of countries.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely mix.
Which one do you claim the most?
I'd have a hard time saying. I feel very Indian in some ways, but I was born in the United States, and I think I'm getting, more American and more LA every day.
How long have you been in LA?
I would say at least 6 years.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. All right. Shakti. So is that your stage name, or that's actually your real name?
That is my actual real name.
Right.
And then what piece are you going to do for us today?
So I'm going to do this song called Ferryman, which is about a journey, and the concept is that sometimes there's something in front of us that feels like an abyss, and it feels like it's so hard to cross. And I know for myself, I sometimes doubt my abilities to cross that abyss and get to the other side of something that is even stronger than it was before. And the ferryman or ferry woman or whatever, a ferry dog, could be a person or an entity or a group of people that offers their energy or their gift to help you move through something that's difficult and make something positive of it.
Nice.
Okay.
Build me a raft of long dark trees, cross salt water, or the deep blue sea. Oh, eat it just like you know whether you go. Oh yeah, eat it just like you know river flow. Rolling down the river stream, finding peace within a dream. Rolling down the river stream, finding peace within a dream. Rolling down the river stream. Help me grow wings. Oh, ferryman, help me grow wings fast as you can. Oh, eat it just like you know wherever you go. Oh yeah, eat it just like you know river flow. Rolling down the river stream, finding peace within a dream. Rolling down the river stream, finding peace within a dream. Rolling down the river stream. around. Oh, river, slow down. Won't you touch me the ground? I'll make no sound. Oh, ain't it just like you know where you go? Oh, yeah, ain't it just like you know? Oh, river flow, river flow, river flow, river flow.
Snaps.
Wow.
Thank you.
That was just, it was so soothing. You
I
know?
can picture that in a movie where they're like in the field because you kept saying the river flow.
Yeah. Or having a picnic
right
out in the meadow. Damn air.
I feel like I should be talking.
I know.
Like a,
Yeah, you know, so I was kind of doing that too.
Like,
I was like in the middle.
put a calmness with everyone.
It was. It totally.
Right.
That is-
Don't talk too loud.
Wow.
That was really like
was
that was
good.
very like
That just took the mood.
meditative. Is that a word, Kevin?
Yoga.
I don't know if Urban
Yoga?
Dictionary says so.
Meditative. It was very. I liked it.
Deepak
River
Chopra?
flow.
Deepak. What's his name? Deepak.
I like that. Yeah. You know what? It's almost like something that something just like not like kind of like meditating, like you said, but also just something when you just want to be in a peaceful mood. Like
Yeah,
you
like
just
it's raining outside and you just turn on your music and just vibe out, right? Just vibe.
rolling on.
Are you working on an album or have you released something already?
Yeah, I do have an album and I even have a poetry book.
Oh, so you write poetry as well?
I do. Yeah.
Wow.
Shakti, you have a soft voice too.
You do.
They say my voice is
You and
soft.
Chantel, yeah,
She beats me, you guys.
Well, you know, if I have a reason to make it loud, it sure can be loud.
That's what I was about to say. I'm sure you can yell if need be.
Believe me.
If someone makes you mad,
You're like me. I'm very soft spoken and calm.
Are you,
but
Brooke? I'm also very soft spoken.
Don't listen to her. But if need be, you can amplify the voice.
That is awesome. Are you gonna? Did you have something else that you wanted to share, or maybe a poem or something, or?
Yeah,
You don't have to if you don't want.
Sure.
yeah, I'm in such a chill mood now. I want to hear some more.
I'm so much more comfortable singing than I am anything else. Is another song okay?
Yeah.
So this next song, it's a little bit different subject matter. It's called When It's Real, Goes So Deep. And again, it's about my journey, and I'm sure about the journey of many other people, where you kind of start to understand what love is at a deeper level than how groovy a guy or a girl is. And you go a little bit more into their heart and how you feel being around them, if you feel safe and if you feel loved, and all those important things. And I'm trying not to be too corny, so I'm just gonna sing.
No, this is good. I love the sentimentalness of it.
When it's real, not a pretty face. When it's real, not the thrill of the chase. When it's real, old oak tree, yeah, go so deep, go so deep. I know a man played the field. I know a man mouth full of weed. just right. It ain't wise. It ain't wise. Circle in the sky, you and me. Flower grows by the old oak tree. Goes so deep, shelter me. You go so deep. Shelter me. When it's real, not a pretty face. When it's real, not the thrill of the chase. When it's real, old oak tree, I go surely. It goes so deep.
Snap, snap, snaps. Have the tranquil water.
clapping is
should
too
be at the
loud.
spa.
I feel like getting a
calming.
massage right now or something.
I'm not giving it to you. Just wanted
see,
to. I mean, his back is facing
I
me.
want to make sure I
Just wanted
pronounce
to-
it right. Shakti.
I wanted to let Sush know that this is not going down.
Shakti, do you have anywhere where viewers and listeners can find your information and keep up with you?
Sure. Thanks for asking. I'm on Facebook,
Okay.
and my fan page is Shakti Songs. So my name, Shakti plus Songs. And again, I'll be at,
How do you spell Shakti?
it's SHAKTI, Shakti. It means
Shakti.
power, female power.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And so you're going to be at room 5 on
Room 5, first Wednesday.
June
June
5th? Yes, June 5th.
Yeah. With a lot of other really, really strong artists. So
Yeah, I really liked when I came up there. It was a lot of variety. It was nice. Mhm.
everyone sort of has something to say from their heart and soul, which you don't always find.
Right. Exactly.
Which makes it more real, I think, when people
Yeah.
speak from like a place where it like means something, you know. And I
Because
think-
everybody goes through the same, it may not be the same exact experiences, but we all have the same emotions and everything.
Yeah, just the authenticity of it, you know. What are you
I'm
guys
laughing
laughing at?
because he's usually super hyped and excited, so you brought a calmness to him that I'm not used to seeing right now.
we just need you and your guitar to follow Kevin around.
Exactly, just bring around, calm him down a bit like this.
The authenticity of
Yeah, see the authenticity of your guys' perception of me is coming out now too.
the authenticity of your pedestal. What did he say earlier?
Pedestalized.
Pedestalization.
Facilitation.
Did you have anything? So you're on Facebook, and where else can people contact you or
Is
keep
your
up with
music
what you're
online?
doing?
You know, if you really want to be my personal friend, you can friend me on Facebook on my personal page, which is Shakti, and my last name Murthy, Murthy. So look forward to making new friends.
I'm sorry. Can you give that to me one more time, please?
Of course, Kevin.
SHAKTI.
Thank you, darling.
Mm-hmm. I'll be listening.
Murthy, Murthy.
Murthy.
And we have some Twitter viewers that said you're on another level, beautiful.
Thank you, thank you. I'm at Shakti Songs on Twitters.
Okay, so on
That's
Twitter as
Shakti's.
well.
I'm just gonna take this like warm glow home with me. It's gonna be.
It is. It's very, very. I must sleep well tonight. I'm in a very relaxed state of mind right now.
Thank you.
Do you have any albums coming out or anything like that people should be looking out for?
Well, maybe you can inspire me to record a new album just by all your positive vibrations.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll send them to you, girl.
It would be a calming, relaxing. I like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, well, poor Roni Girl, is there something that you want to last?
Any closing
Hop on
words?
somebody
Want to
mic,
close
you
us
know.
out?
You want me to do a little something?
Well, we
Or just
You got some
get some
time.
last words.
I really appreciate what you guys are doing here with the One Mic and One Voice and giving the poetry community, the acoustic community, a voice to be shared and people to hear. And spoken word poetry, it's very important. Acoustic music and just supporting the arts. Support the arts wherever you can, be it a coffee house, a nonprofit organization, a place they serve pizza, whatever, or, Room 5, wherever it is. Be there and support artists. And please, the indie artists need you to buy their CDs,
Right.
buy their books, because that helps not only pay their bills, but it just reinforces what they do. So the thing is, support the arts. Go to see poets in the schools. Support the poets. Or when you see poetry on TV, be it Verses and Flow, Def Jam, One Mic, One Voice, Port Roni Girls Acoustically Speaking, whatever it is. I've been doing this since '94. Is when I started my venue at 1111 South La Brea, and 3 years prior to that as a poet on the bus, but professionally producing from the Comedy Store, the House of Blues, to wherever. And it's really important, and it's so cool that it's come full circle to be actually a discipline where a lot of us are able to make a living, but we need you as an audience out there to support and reinforce what we're doing and come to venues and listen to this show. One Mic, One Voice, listen to the show, give feedback, and support what they're doing, because they're giving artists such as Shakti, myself, Poet Roni Girl, and the different people, they're given us a stage that's put through the internet, and so we can be, heard on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere else. So just support the arts, support poetry. Brooke is a poet, support her. Just support the arts.
All right, Ryan. Love me
Love
some
you.
poor Roni.
That was a lovely closing.
Yes.
You're only
That's
25.
real.
I know, for being 25, but
I carry it so well.
Black don't
And you
cry.
started in 94 and 20. Wow, so you was like 5 years old and
Well, see,
spitting.
honey, I use coconut oil, and then when I can't afford the coconut oil at Trader Joe's, I go to the 99-cent store, and you know how they do it, honey. Back in the day,
Keep you beautiful.
Look, I'm on the bus with my Vaseline. This lady looked at me. I said, "This is my Botox, baby." I said, "Do you see wrinkles?" Okay. Do you see wrinkles? Okay. Hello.
Natural.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much, Shakti and Poet Roni Girl. We're going to go ahead and close out the show. This is One Mic, One Voice. If you'd like to be on our show, please email us at onemicOneVoiceRadio@gmail.com and or go on our website at onemicOneVoice.com. Peace out.
Amen.
Love ya.
Love you.
Mind you, my veggie.